Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Cybersense, which is my podcast where we explore the stories behind today's most critical cybersecurity challenges. And I'm Steph. In today's podcast, we're diving into one of the most significant cybersecurity incidents in recent years, the ransomware attack on Colonial Pipeline. It wasn't just a tech failure, it was, a national crisis. What happened? Why did it matter? And how can these organizations better prepare for similar threats in the future? Stick with me as we break it all down. First, the thing I want to talk about is what happened at Colonial Pipeline. In 2021, May, the Colonial Pipeline Company, which is responsible for transporting around 45% of fuel consumed on the US East Coast, was hit by a ransomware attack. The attackers were a Russian speaking group called DarkSide. And the message that appeared on Colonial's computer screens was very chilling. It says, your computers and servers are encrypted, backups are deleted, you can restore everything by purchasing a special decryptor. At first, the demanded ransom was $1.2 million, but thanks to negotiations led by the cybersecurity firm Blue Voyant, Colonial paid around $550,000 in cryptocurrency to regain access to their systems. Still, the damage had already been done. The company shut down its 5,500-mile pipeline, which led to fuel shortages, panic buying, and a sharp rise in gas prices across the southeastern U.S. It was a wake-up call, right? Cybersecurity is not just about protecting data. It's about protecting infrastructure. And the next thing I want to talk about is, you know, the IAM gap. Why this attack was very possible. I mean, one major reason this attack was so devastating was a failure in identity and access management, or IAM for short. IAM is the system that controls who gets access to what in network. It includes first authentication, right? The identity should be verified. And second, authori- authorization, which grants appropriate permissions. And the third thing is auditing, right? We need to monitor actions and access history. In the Colonial Pipeline case, the attackers exploited weak authentication mechanisms, likely through compromised credentials, the lack of multi-factor authentication, and network segmentation allowed them to move laterally across systems, encrypt files, and other data. So, has stronger IAM controls being in place, it could have significantly limited the scope and impact of the breach. And the third thing I want to talk about is the evolving threat of ransomware. Ransomware isn't new. It's a very like evolving things. Today's attacks are not just about encrypting files. We are now seeing things like double extortion, triple extortion, right? And RAS, hackers groups renting out their ransomware tools to the goal, right? The ransomware market is booming. According to the case article, DocuSign made $46 million in the first quarter of 2021 alone. That's more than triple what they earned in the entire previous year. Worse still, many organizations lack cyber insurance or an incident response plan. So I think that's why companies often feel they have no choice but to pay. And the fourth segment that I want to talk about is, but it's the most important part as well. How can we protect against this? So what can be done? Whether you're a small business or multinational big firm or just an individual, here are some best practices to reduce risk offered by me. For individual, I think we can use strong, unique passwords, and we can also turn on multi-factor authentication, which is also a very effective method. And I think we shouldn't click unknown links or some unfamiliar attachments, right? And for organizations, enforce IAM policies with least privilege access, require MFA on all accounts, store backups offline and test them regularly. Organizations should also segment networks to prevent lateral movement, train employees to spot phishing attacks, and develop an incident response plan and simulate it annually. And Colonial Pipeline's experience showed that cyber resilience is more than firewalls. It's about planning, it's about people, it's about process, right? To sum up, cyber attacks like Colonial Pipeline won't be the last, but they can serve as powerful lessons. The best defense is not just in tools or software, it's in proactive strategies, strong IAM practices, and prepared people. So thanks for listening to CyberSense. I'm Steph, and I hope today's episode helped you better understand why cybersecurity is everyone's business. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and share. Stay safe, stay aware, and I will catch you next time. Thank you.